We had a priest meeting last week, and afterwards one of the leaders put a paper under my nose and said, "It is time for me to renew my plans for when I die." Now, I did this a while ago, but apparently the plan expired before I did. So back to planning, updating my will, naming my executor and the executioner, the one who would pull the plug when it was time, and to name my beneficiaries. That'd be the CSC, of course. And I got to thinking to myself, gosh, they are so good at getting me to plan my death and everything that goes with that. But how good are they at helping me prepare for my death? There's a difference, you see, between planning and preparing. Students, as I listen to you, I hear lots of plans about your future. You planned the college you would go to. You planned how to pay for those colleges and graduate schools. You planned your degree, planned your profession, planned the grade point you would carry to get you on to the next step. You're planning your schedule in order to succeed in all of your courses, budgeting your time again and again, calculating what you need, that you need 6 to 8 hours to complete a complicated biochem assignment, do this next day, and it's already 4 p.m. Then you map out the rest of the evening. You who are students, right now you are planning almost every hour of your life as you face exams in just a couple of weeks. Oh my, you plan. And that is a good thing. You cannot succeed without careful planning. But you also cannot flourish without preparation. Have you prepared? Are you prepared for your future? You get lots of advice on how to plan your future, but who is helping you prepare for your future? Prepare, the prophet shouts. Don't just plan, prepare. We all know that having a plan is not exactly the same thing as preparing, and that is precisely what the Advent season is about. Preparations and planning are often closely linked, but they also have very significant differences. It seems to me that planning is more about being willful, and preparing is more about being willing. Willing for whatever. Willing for whatever happens along the way of my plans. Planning fills the spaces in my life with to-do lists, and not a small amount of anxiety in getting those things done. Planning fills the spaces in my life, but preparing makes a space in my life for whatever happens next in my life, whatever twists and turns life throws at me. And if I'm not prepared for that, I lose. Planning looks to the future. Preparing is how we can become available to the moment, to the present moment, and where that might lead sometimes. Planning is about arranging and scheming beforehand. Preparing is about putting myself or something in a place of readiness so that I can say, all is in readiness now. Planning means identifying an end to achieve or avoid, and then calculating what is necessary at each step to reach that end, and deciding when I can go out with friends to a bar or movie when an assignment is due, or when I need to be hunkered down in the bowels of the CSC or Olin Library studying. But being prepared is this helpful attitude toward accepting and working with the difficulties of this day, the difficulties of our existence, being able to make the necessary adjustments on the run for the contingencies, predictable or unpredictable, that may occur. And lastly, planning is so much more about ego. It's so much more about success and accomplishment and control, all of those good and necessary things as well. What needs to get done when I am totally responsible? That's planning. That's good. Preparing in these ways, though, is just the opposite. It's about realizing there is so much I cannot control and I cannot expect. And adding this up and doing these three things won't always lead to the fourth thing. And admitting that out loud. Of course, I am not suggesting that we never make plans. But when it comes to life's essentials, I believe our priority should be preparation. In real life, both are required. The willingness to plan and the willingness to prepare. But I'd suggest to you tonight that it's in the preparing that we realize our humanity. A prepared heart, our mind, our body is flexible and open and ready to respond to the world as it comes to us all around us. But if I'm not prepared and my only plan is to stick to the plan come hell or high water, I'm in trouble before I start. Because plan seldom works as planned. So preparation is more about the development of virtues of flexibility and resilience and openness to the moment I had planned for whatever now is the next best thing to do. The prophet shouts, "Make ready the way of the Lord. Make ready the way of love. Be ready and open to love as it comes, when it comes." You and I both know we can't make love happen for us. We can't plan love like that. There's two free human beings in this exchange. I can't control that. There are things I can plan to help that happen, but that's no guarantee. We can't make love happen. We can only ready ourselves to receive it when it is offered. Yes, you can plan to be ready. You can work hard. You can work really hard on yourself to get rid of some of the obstacles in your life, some of the fears that keep love at a distance, that keep love at bay. You can work hard to get rid of those things. But when the work is done, and even while it's being done, you need to prepare for all the ways love will be coming at you, which is to say, be open and available to love whenever and from wherever it comes to you. Advent reminds us that we need to prepare because we know not when, where, how, or what will happen. Who prepares you for your future? we do. Going to Mass does. Praying intentionally, even for just a few minutes a day, does. So does spiritual reading. Reading and praying over these words in our scripture. A spiritual life prepares us for life. What they do over there is extraordinary. Across the street, they help you plan your future and your career. They do an extraordinary job at helping you plan your life. But that's not our job here at the Catholic Student Center. We and our whole church, of which we are just a microcosm here tonight. We and our whole church, wherever you find yourself in that well-planned future of yours, is to help you be prepared for whatever life throws at you, so that you can grow in love, so that you can grow even from those plans that didn't work out for you, so that you can become not bitter, but better. Planning is a good thing. It's necessary if life is going to show up for us at all. One of the things I do best is plan. You'd probably never know that. I love to plan. I love to brainstorm. I love to come up with a plan. But truth is, I can make lots of lists, come up with a brilliant plan, and then end up saying, so much for the plan. That is why the Advent prophet sings to us this Advent night. Prepare, he shouts. Prepare. Prepare the way of the Lord.